I'm David Volk for Chin Music. Today's post, top ways our dog has made my life better. He's like our third kid, only nicer and less angsty. Last week was the third anniversary of our dog, Johnny, coming to live with us. He came up from Texas, where things are so bad that even the dogs are leaving, accompanied by his sister, June. Because she went to another family, it took us months before we got the joke. You know, June and Johnny, Cash. As great as June was, I still think we got the better end of the deal. Not because she was any slouch, mind you, but because he's just such a great dog for the following reasons, to name just a few. 1. He happily greets me at the door when I come home, even if I just left 10 minutes ago and realized that I'd forgotten something. My children gave up on that years ago. 2. He'll eat anything I cook, which, once again, is more than I can say for some members of my family. 3. Our kitchen floors have never been cleaner. Not only does he lick the floor, for reasons I'll never understand, he also responds quickly to the phrase, "clean up," whenever we knock food on the floor while we're chopping. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. I don't know what number this is. He's taught me that ears of corn are edible. Of course, everyone knows that kernels are edible, even if the ear isn't cooked. Until Johnny came along, we had no idea that the entire cob and the husk were edible too. He provides endless hours of comic relief, especially when we dress him up to look like he's wearing a babushka and say, "Hey mister, would you like a knish?" He also makes a great Elijah during Passover. He has increased my arm strength, because whenever I walk him, he always tests the length of his leash and pulls me along for the ride. He gets me up early in the morning, because somebody has to feed him. Don't get me wrong, I don't resent having to get up that early. I have to feed my kids anyways. Besides, who else would give him his first belly rub of the day? And speaking of belly rubs, he's a trap. One minute I'm bending down to give him a quick scratch on the head, the next thing I know, I'm still on the floor 20 minutes later. You could call this a time suck, but whenever I'm petting him, I'm not stressing over the presidential election, international affairs, global warming, or what I'm going to make for dinner. He has helped me meet my neighbors, like Jake, Walter, Gracie, Oralee, Winston, Oslo, and Arlo. If those sound like dog names, there's a good reason. They are. I have no idea what their owners' names are, but I sure know them. And the saga continues. I've been David Volk for Chin Music.